So, yeah, today was the results, an absolute disaster if you'd said it from the start of the game. Like, if you had said from before the game starting that we were going to lose to the Dallas Wings, it would have been an absolute disaster. We lost once to the Dallas Wings last year, and the Dallas Wings were as bad last year as this year. They were equally as bad. So, look, at the end of the day, we have a tendency to lose to some teams that really suck. We've lost to the Connecticut Sun. But this game, I am fully convinced. I am fully convinced that Stephanie White threw this game. I'm going to go into detail. I am fully convinced Stephanie White threw this game. And I'm not saying the players played great or anything, or the players would have won otherwise. But if you've ever coached basketball, if you guys agree, subscribe. We are trying to hit 56.6K by the end of the day. But, if you've ever seen coaches that throw games, how can a coach affect a game? How can a coach affect a game, realistically, that the players can't? Weird lineups at weird times, no timeouts controlling the game. And yeah, that is basically how a coach can change a game. So, the Indiana Fever the Wings went on a 19-0 run. They went on a 19-0 run. And did the Indiana Fever make any subs? No. Odyssey Sims stayed in the game during most of the 19-0 run. It was a 14-0 run before Stephanie White called a timeout. It was a 14-0 run. Aaliyah Boston, she played 30 minutes. But there were so many times where Aaliyah and Kelsey Mitchell were off at the same time. The Indiana Fever were down 12 to start the fourth quarter, and they went with this lineup. They went with Kelsey Mitchell, Chloe Bibby, Sophie Cunningham, Bree Turner, and Damiris Dantas. Bree Turner was guarding Paige Bueckers. To start the fourth quarter. Bree Turner, a center who never plays, started the fourth quarter guarding Paige Bueckers. And I understand you can kind of do that because Paige Bueckers is the ghost of the fourth quarter. You've got the king of the fourth in Isaiah Thomas. Paige Bueckers is the ghost of the fourth but the thing is that when you're up 20, Paige Bueckers is the queen stat padder. She's stat pad queen. When it doesn't matter, when the team's way up or way down, Paige Bueckers is the best player in the league. But when it's a close game, you know she's not doing anything. Yes, Bree Turner was also playing point guard at one stage. 2 consecutive plays, Bree Turner took the ball up. She was playing point guard. The Fever then went back to their starters and immediately went on a 19-3 run. 19-3 to get it back to 1. Last possession of the game. The Indiana Fever, Paige missed a shot. The Indiana Fever had 15 seconds. Does she call a reset timeout? No. Kelsey Mitchell gets the ball. Natasha Howard doesn't give the ball to Lexi. Gets it to Kelsey in no man's land. At the halfway line near nobody. In no man's land. So, there's no reason. There's 8 seconds to go. There is no reason whatsoever to not call the reset timeout. Kelsey takes 2 dribbles, turns her back to the basket, and dribbles not facing the basket for 3 seconds, waiting for the reset to be called. And she waits till 1 second to go to call the reset timeout. And then she doesn't say anything. Stephanie White just stares at them while they run the most nonsense bullshit play to end the game. She doesn't call anything on a reset. She doesn't shout anything. She stares at them. If you're saying players call timeouts, that's what the fucking coach is there to do. That's the coach's job, is to call the timeout. Let's wait till 1.7 seconds when your point guard on the floor is dribbling facing away from the basket for 3 seconds. She threw the game. She threw the game. The lineup she put in, the way she called timeouts, her refusal to call a reset. She threw the game. Coaches throw games. It happens. We've heard all these stories, coaches being like, oh, this is a learning experience. Everything's a learning experience for Stephanie White. Everything's a blessing in disguise. She threw the game. I mean this. She threw the game. We can watch this game. We can watch this game so many ways back. Stephanie White threw the game. She did not want to win that game. Every decision that she made was, she is either Stephanie White threw the game or she is the worst coach in professional basketball. And I don't think she's the worst coach in professional basketball. I mean this. I don't think she's the worst coach. Why would she throw it? If she didn't throw it, she's incompetent. What do you want to believe? Do you want to believe that she had some weird reason why she wanted to throw the game for some learning experience? Or she's incompetent? What do you want to believe? I want to believe that she's not incompetent and she has some weird thing where she wanted to have this as a learning experience. It's either that or she's incompetent. It's one or the other. She's either worse than Christy Sides. She's either worse than the worst of Christy Sides, or she threw the game. And I fully believe that Stephanie White has been throwing games. Like, not fully throwing games, but has made decisions with no care whether or not the team wins or loses. Like, I think that there are decisions that she makes where she's like, I'm not going to call a timeout because I'm going to let the players run it out because it's going to help us in the playoffs. I genuinely think that we have lost 3-4 games this season because Stephanie White has just decided, you know what? I'm going to make this a learning experience. I'm convinced of it. I am convinced of it. Either that or she is one of the worst late game coaches in basketball, in pro ball right now. Like, we have to talk about that. Is she incompetent or did she throw the game? And I want you guys in the chat. I want you guys in the comment section. I want you guys to answer this question. Is she incompetent or did she throw the game? It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Like, there's no way. There's no way it's not one or the other. It's one or the other. She's either incompetent or she's terrible. Or she threw it. I think she threw it.